So we're going to go through our trade recap for the 19th of August. Now, this is posted a day late. That's just because we're going to start doing these. We haven't done these before. We're going to post the 20th is today. So I thought we'd kind of go back a day to kind of show you what we were looking at yesterday as well, because it was all posted in the Discord, so we can still break it down and it can still be helpful because every day is not going to be the same. And the 20th, so as an actual today, is a very different trading day to how we traded on the 19th. So I thought we'd make this recap because it is a different style of trading. But as a trader, we do need to adapt. So what you'll see again, 19th of August, this is all market time. At 10 a.m. market had opened. And you can see game plan for the day, been scalping about on the options, but what we really wanted to see is a move down to 47360 on the QQQs, then looking long for the day, expecting a break of at least intraday highs. So where was QQQs as we said this? QQQs was around this area here, and what we were targeting was this 50 SMA. So if we go over to here, what you can see is we called it out around here, and we expected a move down to this level. Why did we want to move down to the 50 SMA? Because we use this as what's called a magnet. This is where you expect price to move towards. So we wanted to see that magnet towards this price on the QQQs. And then what we can do is start looking for longs. And why are we looking for longs once we hit this level here? And that's because once you go over to the Nasdaq futures, there was a lot of reasons to be long bias. So what you'll see here is if we zoom out a bit, you have a gap, a gap, a gap created. You have three gaps on Nasdaq. One filled pre-market and it shied these two, and we got the push down. So when you see that, you still expect these to be tested, but we want some sort of area to enter. So you could have used that pre-market gap to enter, pre-market gap, but what we really saw was a key level over on the Nasdaq, on the QQQ, so the Nasdaq ETF, at this magnet level here. So we wanted to see a push down to here, which was down here, and then that provided a push to the upside. And what you can also see is not only is that then our 50 SMA over on the QQQs, it is also the second deviation out from the VWAP. So it's normally just an extension, a high probability that you can get some sort of a pullback at this level. And we also filled the gap to the penny on the Nasdaq futures. So again, lots of reasons to enter. You had the VWAP extension, the gap fill on the Nasdaq futures, and then also the 50 SMA over on the QQQ. So 3 reasons for entry at this level. Now what do? Obviously we skyrocketed off of this level. So again, if we go over to here, what you can see is we put a simple game plan. So if we go on here, what was this? Entry, target. So again, take profit, is TP, entry here, and then target all the way up here. What happened with this game plan? Entry here, and target was definitely hit. And again, we're looking at the NQs. We can see these target hit, gap filled, gap filled, and then our 50 SMA on the futures also filled. So again, we had reasons to push down here. These can be our reasons for entry. And then we have reasons to push all the way back up here to fill these gaps. Now, there was no news happening today. And if there's no news, it means there's no catalyst. And if there's no catalyst, we can trade off technicals a lot cleaner. So normally I prefer days where there's no news, because all we then need to look to is where are our key levels? Where should we trade towards? And that's exactly what we got today. Expect an entry here. And then we have reasons to push up. And again, there's no news affecting the bias that we should have. That was the overall game plan that we posted in Discord for that day. We might have posted some other moves. So we did just throw some other moves. Again, that's going to be the overall game plan for the day. That's where we're going to look to make the bulk of our money. Then we may get some smaller plays throughout the day where we can look to run a small amount of the profits and just try and make a good day even better, or a good day still good because we're not risking much of that profit. But what you can see on here, it's NQs. Again, we had a gap to fill down here. And you can sometimes come and retest that SMA as well. See a bit of consolidation starting to happen. You place a stop at the high, TP that gap fill. So what happened with that? That's exactly what we kind of got here. And again, we were extended over that VWAP extension. So now we're starting to get extended. So we come back for that gap fill. We hit that, and again, you can take your profits. You can always let a bit run to try and fill this gap down here, which we did, but obviously that one you're going to stop out break even on those because we didn't come down and fill that gap. And then what you can see is from there we just ran. And why did we not hold all of it down to this gap down here? And why did this gap not fill? Extended. Once you start breaking above this VWAP extension, and that's how you can use it, your VWAP's here, your extension's here, and we're trading above it. Once you start trading above it, it shows you that the day is going to then be quite bullish, and there is a chance that we continue to run and we continue to hold above that level. So we do need to be risk managed once we start seeing reasons for a day to be a bit more parabolic. So there we pushed up, and really from there we were done trading for the day. Didn't want to trade anything else. Again, we're having no reasons to entry for this gap fill here because we've had our entry here. We filled the first gap. If it doesn't want to come down, then the market doesn't want to fill it today. We should know that, and we don't continue trading. So again, that's going to be then the recap for the 19th. If you want, right after this video, we're going to have posted the recap for today, which we basically got bang on again. A quick summary. You can see it all there. But we do have a full video on that, which will be uploaded right after this.